Please welcome to the podium. Please welcome to the podium this year's Lone Star Pets Board of Trustees Chair, Rhonda Walsh Kirby.
Welcome to plenary session number 2. We're going to begin this evening with our invocation by DGE from District 5870, Jim Henry.
Let us pray. Creator God, we come to you today in thanksgiving for all the blessings we have received as individuals and as members of Rotary. We humbly ask that we be able to continue our work to serve those less fortunate in our communities and around the globe. Give us the strength to encourage and lift up others through our personal lives and through Rotary International. We ask you to bless this country and guide our governmental leaders to do what is best for our citizens and to engage in peaceful agreements with other leaders around the world. We pray for those who sacrifice daily, men and women who serve to protect in our local communities and around the world, those who serve in our armed forces, our veterans, police, fire, and first responders. We also ask your blessings on their families. Let us be mindful of their great sacrifice as well. We ask your blessings on this meal and the nourishment it provides us so that we may continue to do the good work that we must do. Bless the members of Rotary that are both present and not present at this gathering. And if it be thy will, allow us to continue to serve you by setting peaceful examples to others through our Rotary 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. Now I'd like for everyone to please stand as District Governor-elect from District 5840 comes forward to lead us in our 4-way test.
Good evening, Rotarians. Of the things we think, say, or do, first,
Is it the truth?
second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
fourth,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
and as we say in my Rotary Club, fifth,
Is it fun?
yes!
You may be seated.
I love the fifth one.
If I could have everyone's attention, we're so busy having fun. I would like to introduce the head table. We're going to start from my left, your right. John Hetchardson, District Governor-elect from District 5840. His amazing, beautiful wife, Judy Hetchardson of District 5840. Stephanie Macchia, PDG from District 5840 and member of the Rotary P.E.T.S, Lone Star Pets Board of Trustees. Dr. Raquel Honkal, who will be formally introduced by PDG Stephanie. We have a lot of people missing. I swear I took a bath earlier today because there's a row of missing seats. We have District Governor-elect Jim Henry from 5870. And then we have, and it's out of order, we have Linda Holt, who is the Lone Star Pets Registrar this year. And please give her a huge round of applause because that is a tremendous task. And now, there's Ryan, and I got told to put you out of order, so you did not know that, but we would like to invite our amazing head ranger and song master extraordinaire to the podium to have us sing a couple songs. I know.
I have mine if you want.
If not, I can take mine.
I have mine.
Again, learning to be flexible as
You
president.
just need to.
That's all right. They can bring the mic up here. I'll sing the first one without it, and then we'll go from there. Please join me if you would like.
They're bringing it. Yay!
Thank you. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Y'all can be seated if you like, and if you'd like to stand back up in a minute, go ahead and feel free to sing along as well. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm Okay, everybody can be seated again. And if you so feel the urge to stand up in this next song, I promise it'll be like church. You just stand up, sit down, and then we'll eat, and everything will be fine. So go ahead, guys. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but now I know we're growing strong. Was in the spring, then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe that never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We filled it up with only two. And when I hurt, burden runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? One, touching one, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never would. Oh, no, no. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined. Good times never seem so good. This is where it fades out and nobody ever knows really what to do. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Give it up for Ron Anderson one more time. And they say Rotarians don't know how to have fun. I say they are wrong. Now Hollis Lackey, who is our Executive Director of Lone Star Pets, would like to make a special presentation.
Wow, wasn't that great? Outstanding. Ryan. Well, I need your help to join me in the biggest celebration we should have at this moment, and that is we're celebrating the chairman of the board of this year, 2019, and that is none other than Rhonda Kirby Walls. Okay, let me change it. Did I get it close? You have to say something.
Okay. You know, thank you, Hollis. Most people in the room do not know, but when you join the PETS board and ultimately be operating chair. It's a 7-year commitment out of your life. And I chose to make that commitment because truly the president of a Rotary Club is the most important individual in all of the Rotary world. And I made that 7-year commitment to make sure that y'all do your job, which I hate calling it a job, to do your passion of Rotary to the best of your ability. So I want to thank everyone on the PETS board and in District 5890 who have to put up with me for a lot longer than the people that come to PETS. A heartfelt thank you. And then I got to get back up here. And then I have to get back up here. I have to mess up at least once. Again, learn to adapt, right? And now I would like to ask my very dear friend, past District Governor Stephanie Maka, member of the Board of Trustees of Lone Star Pets, and come on, from District 5840.
Yes! Yes!
They got it. They got it. To introduce our fabulous guest speaker for the evening.
And good job one more time. Please give a round of applause for Rhonda Walls-Kirby. She's done a fabulous job. Well, I am so excited to be able to introduce our speaker tonight. It is Dr. Raquel Huncal. Hopefully I got that right. She is one of the most interesting people you will ever meet. She began her journey with Rotary about 20 years ago as a member of RILA. How many of you know what RILA is? Yeah, okay. Now you will see why all of your hard work at RILA really pays off. She later became a Rotarian, and she became a Rotarian of a community Rotary Club, not like what most of us are used to as a university Rotary Club. She became a member of a community Rotary Club. At the same time, she was going to medical school. I don't know how she did it, but she did. And at that same time, while she was a Rotaractor, she organized 2 Interact clubs. She helped strengthen the New Generations Club for both Mexico and Central America. And she was still going to medical school. I don't get it. But she is a medical doctor. And right now she's a project manager, and she's recently entering into the world of entrepreneurship. And she's a founder of a CEO of the Costa Rica Leadership Experience. And it's a provider of affordable volunteer travel experiences based in Costa Rica. Her goal has always been to extend the importance of community and pride beyond the domestic borders. Her interest in world affairs has greatly influenced her academic and career goals. She's currently secretary of the Rotary E-Club of Silicon Valley. And like most of you, she's a president-elect.
Woo!
She's also, because you know she can't just do one thing, she's the stewardship chair for District 5170 and also a member of the Rotary Foundation cadre of technical advisors. Would you please give me a very warm welcome for Dr. Raquel?
Good evening. Thank you for this introduction. It is a pleasure to be here to you. And I'm honored to be asked to speak to you all in this President-elect training seminar. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon for changing the world." A quality education can provide the necessary tools to maximize one's own potential. And depending on its use, an education can be an incredible impactful. Rotary International has provided me with both the structure and environment conducive to maximizing one's social impact. It is a global community that fosters personal growth and has helped me get closer to my longer-term goals. In essence, Rotary International has provided me with the best opportunity to further my personal and professional impact on society. But what is personal impact? To me, it is the influence that you personally bestow upon society. It is the product of obtaining your personal goals. It was April 3rd, 1998, and I was there in an auditorium filled with 1,000 young people just like me, without much experience, but with the desire to learn, help, and get inspired. That day, my Rotary journey began with the attendance at a Rotary Youth Leadership Award Conference. That decision changed my life as I embraced the Rotary family, becoming heavily involved in RILA and loving my time as a Rotary actor for more than a decade. In January 2016, I was leading the first meeting of the year and getting ready for the 21st by-district conference for District 4240 and 4250. I realized that it was time to prepare myself to finish my journey as a Rotary actor. One part of me refused to accept the idea, but the other part knew it was time. During the following months, I focused on finishing the last 3 subjects of my master's degree, made the last visits of my district representation, and took care of the details of what will be my last conference as a Rotary actor. So it was May, and despite receiving invitations to join Rotary clubs in Costa Rica, I was living there. The fees was very high. They were not willing to negotiate. And well, I still was not really sure that one of those clubs would be the right option for me. Then, in my search for options, I got an invitation for the Rotary E-Club of Silicon Valley. It was something new. You know, it's an E-Club. Totally out of my comfort zone, and it was an English-spoken club. But well, the rest is history. In July 2016, I became a member of the Rotary Club of Silicon Valley, and I may say I'm a really proud member of my club. Since my first RILA, my commitment to this organization has been growing, giving me free time to work constantly in the development of service projects to give life to social solidarity, culture, and human development in its highest expression, becoming multipliers of the principle of Rotary International. Here we find disinterested human beings contributing permanently their greatest capacity and effort to achieve the purpose that sustains this great organization through the world and developing initiatives of progress of the nearest communities. As Rotarians, our common goal is to try to contribute to the improvement of solidary action and commit to these communities, and in this case, it is my turn to put a word to the experience. Say out loud the experience of what was lived and what was learned. To shout with force that to live sharing is worth it. That the illusion of solidarity commitment is born in the depths of each human being. And that the ultimate reasons of the people who fight for the construction of the fairer world are the driving force of people of action. And that is not easy, because each human being is different. Each person is original and unrepeatable. Each one of us works by our ideals, our beliefs, by our principles, by our understandings or knowledge of why things are the way they are. But can we talk about it? Can we look for common reasons? Can we define common goals along paths to travel together? Can we name the internal feeling of searching for a better world? Of course we can. We can and we want to do it. It is worth trying, because if we are building something common that allows us to approach others based on our own weaknesses, but also on our own virtues and hopes. Our founder, Paul Harris, thought that solitary and isolated men are a negative element of society, because what an isolated individual gets does not go beyond his own personal and or professional experience. Simultaneously, he is marginalized from the necessary contribution of others and his own on society where he shares his existence. He thought that, rather than waving flags and waving slogans, What really unites good-hearted women and men, it is to do things together, to work together for the common good, which is ultimately their own good, our own good. And one amazing example is the polio program. Rotary gives us the opportunity to be useful, to transform reality, to change unjust structures, to claim more social justice, to grow in solidarity, to be better persons, to find ourselves, to find our common good. And all of those other idealist reasons that we want to add, and that we can proceed to the world of beliefs, ethics or moral, faith or politics, culture or education. These are the ideal reasons expressed in the commitment of volunteering. As I began my volunteer experience many years ago, I never imagined that that kind of experience could change my life. I share with people of different realities who taught me much more than I could ever imagine. Being a Rotarian is a lifestyle that leads each of my actions, inside and outside my home. Having as basic principle the solidarity, accepting and understanding that there are different points of view, but above all, the motivation to believe that each one of us has the necessary inner power to transform weakness into opportunities, as well as changing the negative reality of our environment. Being a Rotarian and exercising my profession through volunteering has allowed me to strengthen initiatives and projects to seek the general social and environmental development in the world. But above all, make visible that the contribution of a Rotarian in different fields has an important value that surpasses that of personal or economic recognition. Each Rotarian that I've been able to meet during the different projects have shown me that all us dedicated to volunteering have an inner passion and a dedication that make us our actions not a job, but a commitment of heart that only seeks to benefit everyone. My fellow Rotarians, you are not here by accident. As you leave Rotary, Rotary has lived you. Each one of you has an experience, an adventure, a moment or moments in the time that have framed your life and fastened you to Rotary. Have you asked yourself, what kind of leadership will you give to your membership next year? Google lists over 14 billion entries on leadership. There are so many different styles. However, your leadership job is unique because you are leading a group of Rotarian volunteers. What is then leadership style of a successful club president? I have learned that leadership is a quality that every individual possesses. We are all leaders. I believe that as a leader, it is our responsibility to pass the torch and bring out the leadership quality in others. And today, you, as President-elect, have this wonderful opportunity to motivate your membership. Soon, you will occupy a strategic position in which you must establish a communication process that leads to sharing ideas and enthusiasm towards the work to be developed. Successful leaders must use motivation to get all in their respective areas of influence to cooperate with each other. Working as a team member is to understand that the ideas of all the members are important, and it should be here regardless of the rank. It is to understand that if someone comes with a great idea, you can work with it and not kill it or see how to turn it off. If one shines, everybody shines. Working as a team means to tolerate, empathize, open your mind, be more human, and learn. Directing a multidisciplinary team is a work of art, where the conductor of the orchestra must give sufficient autonomy so that the musician plays his instrument in an inspiring way, and that makes it in tune with the rest. As Rotary leaders, it is our duty to be custodians of the Rotary's future and honor both fellowship and service as their ultimate traditions. In Rotary, we give solutions, not excuses. Be an inspiration is this Rotary Year theme. It is this phrase of President Barry Racine that calls us to continue working in all our positive and constructive energies. Rotary have taught me that the true value of small details, that behind a community service there are thousands of smiles and experiences that I never forget. Rotary has taught me that the smile of a child, the hug of an old man, and the thank you of people, it is our greatest reward. But above all, I have learned that the value of true friendship. Those friends that you know for a lifetime, that although we are from different countries, different cultures, and we speak different languages, together we think the same, we feel the same, as we are part of a big family around the world. Together, we're making a difference. The history of institutions lasts over time to the extent that its members are able to keep alive the memory and spirit of those who founded, to know the service and works were carried out, and to have a vision of the future. I believe that the best tribute we can give to Paul Harris, Gustavus Lohr, Sylvester Shelley, Hiram Shori, and Harry Ruggles, who is often called the Fifth Rotarian, and to all those who, in these 114 years, have given Rotary International life, is to continue working tirelessly for the welfare of society and for world peace. To celebrate so many years means fundamentally not to lose sight of the fact that we are instruments of change, that the strength and motivation is inside each one of us, and it is this greatest potential that we have to project ourselves, that the Rotarian Fellowship that we profess encourage us to serve the community with the idea that drive us and define us as an organization by service above self, constituting a rewarding life strategy. Thanks to Rotary International and the sense of community, I decided to become a social entrepreneur. I said it right? In 2018, I made the decision to create my own company in Costa Rica to promote global solidarity, enhance cultural understanding, and promote peace. Undeniable, I believe education is essential to economic development in countries in Latin America. My ultimate measure of impact, it is to see fathers follow in my footsteps. I'm fully prepared to contribute as a Rotarian and President-elect for the 2019-2020 Rotary year, to add to the rich community service and fellowship history. But truly, I realize that this is an opportunity not to be wasted. I plan to use my knowledge, my experience, and dedication to bring hope and positive developments to improve the quality of life worldwide. I am proud to belong to this great family, that year after year, by belonging to Rotary, we are given the unique opportunity to make a difference in the world. I am convinced that if we inspire others to see the greatness, the relevance, and the potential that Rotary offers, many will agree that become part of our organization. The Rotary family to me, in the form of RILA, Youth Exchange, Peace Scholars, Interact, Rotaract, and Rotary, has always been about meeting like-minded people. And I am very grateful of all the incredible people I have met over the past 24 years. The people who have chosen to be friends with me and those I continue to meet. Let us then continue on this path to service and fellowship, turning the ideals of Rotary into positive and visible actions. And that in the coming year, in the words of our President-elect, Mark Maloney, let Rotary connect us to people who will never otherwise have met, who are more like us than we ever could have known. Connect us to our communities, to professional opportunities, and to the people who need our help. I hope to see you all in Hamburg for the annual Rotary International Convention. It is really difficult to truly experience the full value of Rotary family until you travel to Rotary events and projects. Thanks to the organizing committee for the invitation, to past President Ron Burton, who couldn't be here, but I really like to thank him because he's been a great friend and he's been supporting me so much for the last year. And a special thank you to this amazing family that from the first day that I met has been an incredible support for me. The Buscemi family, Tommy, Charlie, and Jenna. Thank you all.
I would say the future of Rotary is extremely bright. So probably many of you don't know, but our operating chair this year, Ian Sullivan, every December, he's actually Santa Claus. I'm not joking. He's actually Santa Claus. I believe. And we all should believe in Santa Claus. Because if not, you will get on the Rotary naughty list.
The message?
But I truly believe the one thing that Santa Claus truly hopes for is that no child in the world will ever suffer from polio again. So I believe that when Santa Claus, AKA Ian, decided on what gift he would present to our speakers, the Santa Claus part of Ian decided to make sure that no child would ever suffer again from polio. So he took the money that pets usually allow for gifts and decided to use that gift along with a mysterious donor, and I'm sure that person is definitely on Santa Claus' nice list, and combined it with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation matching funds. So $1,000 is going to be offered in your name, in Santa Claus's name. And $1,000 is being donated to the Rotary Foundation to help eradicate polio around the world. Because, right, we're this close. And now I would like to ask a very special individual to come forward for another special presentation. Her official title is Assistant Rotary Coordinator, focusing on alumni and Rotaractors. But I call her our cover girl because we would all love to be the face of the Rotarian magazine. And this particular most beautiful, lovely lady has actually been on the cover of the Rotarian magazine. So would you welcome one of Rotary's cover girl, Jenna Buscemi.
Woo!
And you're gonna kill me, right?
I'll go a little bit, you're good. To quote past Rotary International President Rick King, for every second of the day, we make the blind see, the deaf to hear, we clothe the naked, we feed the hungry, we heal the sick, we save lives, we bring hope, we educate, we care, we love. Every time somebody contributes to the Rotary Foundation and becomes a Paul Harris Fellow, we save the lives of 3 human beings. Makes me cry, sorry. Raquel, it gives me great pleasure to present you with the Paul Harris Fellow. I know you will wear it as proud as a symbol of your belief in the Rotary Foundation, as a commitment to Rotary. Sorry, guys. I'm a laugher and a crier, sorry. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Since we wanted Raquel to have some Rotary bling, we're presenting her with the Paul Harris Fellow and the Next Level Paul Harris Fellow +1. Fellow Rotarians, please recognize the newest Paul Harris Fellow. Ma'am.
When you come to Texas, you can't leave without having more bling. So So I have a little bit of housekeeping. I did not get any announcements that anybody had lost anything, but if you did, check the ranger station. But most importantly, our Rotary International President-elect will be our breakfast speaker. You do not want to miss him. So if you stay at the bar too late, set 2 alarm clocks. Don't, when you're thinking, should I have one more cocktail, say no. Because you really do not want to miss this, and it is very early in the morning, and we will shut the doors at 7:15 because we do not want people coming in late for the Rotary or our president-elect, because that's just wrong. So, with that, I'm going to ring us out. Please feel free to visit any hospitality rooms or the bar, because as I say, I've learned more at a bar at Lone Star Pet. Oh, there is missing items.
No missing items.
Okay,
So, sorry, Rhonda.
go ahead.
Just want to let everybody know we are going to be taking the district pictures. I just want to make sure this is not, okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Taking district pictures directly behind us in Enterprise 2. It's all set up for everyone. If you guys will remain seated, we're going to call districts in order. District 5730 will be first. We'll dismiss them first to go straight back there, get in. The next district, 5770, wait a minute till they get in the room. We'll have you on deck. And then 5790 will be out in the foyer. In the track and field world, we call that in the hole. So we'll have up, on deck, and in the hole, and I'll call you guys out. So if you guys will stay here and visit, and we'll get pictures taken as quickly as possible, and Mark is on his way down to get those pictures taken. So, Rhonda, back to you.
Okay, I'm going to ask Esteban. So for whoever has to stay here, will you cue up some music as soon as I ring us out so we can have a little atmosphere going? Okay, great. I'm going to ring us out. That was bad, but they didn't. It's not on my script.
District 5730, please make your way to the back into Enterprise 2 for your pictures.
That was not